ready, ladies and gentlemen, because we have, without doubt, the greatest band in rock and roll history to be called McFly. Yes, it's McFly. There they are. Yeah. McFly back together on the couch. It's been a long time, guys. I've had these guys on before. They're always so much fun. While they were still teenagers, though, they became the youngest band to have a #1 debut album. That's incredible, isn't it? They took the title off the Beatles. They've had 7 UK #1s. They've had 5 top 10 albums and 10 million records have been sold. I'm thrilled they're back together. Before they come and join me out on the couch, let's remind ourselves of some of their biggest hits. McFly.
'Cause obviously, she's out of my league. Everyone asks me, who the hell is she? That weirdo with 5 colors in her hair. Shine a light on her. Shine a light on her. Search for the sun as it starts to rise. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you.
I'll be honest, I love them. It's Tom, Danny, Dougie and Harry. McFly! Coming out, guys.
He said, do you want me in?
Well, welcome back. Just looking back at those videos, I forgot how young you were when you started. How is it for you guys looking back at your teenage selves?
Bad haircuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's really cringeful. I mean, what were we thinking?
Well, you were kids.
How old were we there?
I was 15 there. Aww. That was our first ever, like, pap shot.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Actually, Dougie, you do look quite scared there.
Terrified, absolutely terrified. Danny's got the point going on.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
That's what I'll do. First pap shot.
So you were the youngest. Oh, I guess you still are. But I mean, you were.
No, he overtook us.
you can't, it evens out. And did the others look out for you? Were you like elder brothers to him, or were you all sort of terrified?
Oh, yeah, they all... I left home as well, so I met these guys when I was 15, left home, moved into a house with these guys, and they taught me all the things I guess, like, fathers and uncles should have done, like, Danny taught me how to get into clubs, you know.
Yeah, I walk in. Well done, Doug.
Actually, no, I don't know if that actually ever worked. You know, they taught me how to shave, Harry taught me how to roll spliffs. Oh. All the cute stuff.
Harry.
So you're more like an uncle figure then, not so much a father figure.
Yeah.
Who taught you to shave?
I think that was you as well.
That was me
because
too,
Harry's
yeah.
always had a beard.
Yeah. Oh, how sweet, though. And what, so you did take it on side and said, like, you know, you go with the grain, you don't go
Yeah,
against the
for
grain.
sure, we did. Yeah, we taught you a lot.
OK, so McBusted happened in 2014. And as you know, I was a big fan of Busted. I genuinely loved it because my kids loved it and we listened to it all the time. I love McFly as well. So it was a great thing when you guys got together. And you had fun as well, didn't you?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It was incredible. I guess what was strange was that we, at that point, had been a band for 10, 11 years.
Yeah.
And so suddenly having 2 new band members who are, you know, our good friends, our best friends, it does change the dynamic of us four.
Yeah.
Suddenly having 2 new people with you on stage.
And so how did it change? So were some of you who were close before not as close anymore, or...?
The hardest time, I think, as a collective was when McBusted ended. Because we kind of knew that they were going to get back together, that Charlie was going to come back, and we hadn't really spoken about what was next for McFly. So it ended, and then there was this uncertainty. We didn't really know what we were going to do, and we'd been the stereotypical guys and not communicating very well. Because it was totally unplanned, and we just, before you knew it, a year had gone by, 2 years. You know, Danny was releasing solo music, I was writing books, you were living in LA, you were dancing on the tour. Like, we're all doing these other things for a few years, and...
They're laughing.
That's true, he was actually doing it.
Hold it.
But you know what I mean?
They laughed!
What did they laugh at? You said he was
Hey, it's a
dancing...
West End as well.
He was in the West End dance video.
Yeah, he was a good dancer.
I pictured it that it was your tour, but you were just dancing on the tour.
The thing
is, though, throughout all this time, if you'd asked any of us, do you want to do McFly, all of us would say yes.
So you always...
We always wanted to
there was
do it.
still
It's bad
fondness.
communication. You know what lads are like? We don't want to confront stuff.
Can I ask you this then? Have you dealt with this yourselves, or did you go into counselling together? Did you talk it through, or did you just find a way of doing it outside of that?
We did. Like,
You obviously went into
what?
counselling.
we did.
We've never spoken about this. Never, honestly. I mean, I don't think
Well,
we'd
I'm
ever...
glad we chose such a private place to...
we never agreed.
Thanks for our new therapist.
We never agreed we would talk about this, but we did. The four of us went and spoke to someone.
Like couple therapy, like family
Literally
therapy.
like
Yeah.
it, and because it got to a point where it was so ridiculous, and there are tears, there's serious emotion because we love each other. Yeah. We do, and you know it was seriously affecting our lives and our personal lives because you know there was such a void missing from our lives, and now to be back, you know, the next part of the story is our manager got us all together and just said, guys, I've booked the O2 in November. Who's in?
Wow.
And we were literally like. And he went round to each of us and said, are you in? You know, we said yes, and that was the start of everything.
Have you guys got a WhatsApp group, a McFly WhatsApp group?
Oh, yeah. We hope it never gets out.
Did you have one with Busted as well?
The McBusted one, that's very quiet now.
Did they leave?
And James have left the group.
Oh, man.
So you've announced the big tour. The tour is next year, the
Yes.
2020 tour.
Yeah.
It's going to be in April and May. Tickets are on sale now. Were you wild guys on tour ever? I mean, now I know 3 of you have kids, and Dougie, you've got, I believe, a lizard.
No, not anymore. The last exotic animal I had was a praying mantis, and she just sadly passed away. There she is.
Where is her? I can't even see it. That's it.
She's
That's the
upside
white
down.
thing on the side.
She's upside down. Yeah, she was.
It's like
she had-
holding a pepper army.
But I guess back in the day, were you wild back in the day before you started families?
The thing is, when people ask us this question, I don't know what we put in our book, so I don't know what we're allowed to say. I don't know what's already out there.
Did you guys ever smash up hotel rooms? I always
Okay,
imagine-
I know. I know how wild.
Oh, I have an explanation. No.
Don't have an explanation.
No, this is really weird. This ain't like me.
It isn't
It ain't like
to
me.
be fair.
And I was in Chile, and I felt it was the last night of the South America tour, and I thought, I'll be a good lad. I'll stay up with the crew, you know, and say I'll
a
drink with
ni-
you
that's a
because
lovely
these
gesture.
miserable buggers went to bed.
Yeah.
Right, so I stayed up like.
We actually went out, we just didn't tell him.
Just didn't tell me. Yeah. So I was like, I'll stay up with them, and there was this drink in Chile called pisco sour.
Yes,
And
I
I've
know it. yeah.
never had it before. Didn't know how strong it was, and I'm drinking it like whatever, you know. And obviously, you want to carry the party on. Back, come up to my room, everyone! Yeah, all the crew, you know. And the hotel staff just was like, no. And I was like, oh no, I'm not having it. And this drink just, I literally turned into the Hulk. I went upstairs and I was so angry that I wasn't allowed a party in my room. That there was room service from like, you know, a couple of hours before, and it was spag bol, and it just went poof on the roof. Yeah, have some of that. And I kicked a chair. It was just a bit of a.
You went
it was
into the room the
embarrassing.
next
I mean, I'll be honest with you, that's the least wild rock and roll story.
Spag bol on the ceiling.
You spilled some food and you kicked the chair. I've done more damage by accident.
The Chilean police turned up, and I was, you know,
Never
having a
mind
bit of
that. In your
argy-bargy.
book, was it you and Dougie who had a double act with the mother and daughter?
Oh my
Yeah, that's what we wanted. And that's in your book. That's in your book. Never mind this spag pole bollocks. Right, that's a big night out. You dirty boys. That's the truth. You put it in the book already. Oh, we had a wild night. I put some food on the ceiling.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's in the book.
I've never had to look at them the same
Gotta
way.
read the book.
See that? You had a threesome, yeah?
No.
Come on, man, just read the book.
There's a daughter and a mum.
Yeah.
Which
four
one is? Do you
people.
have the
That is rock and roll, boy.
mum or daughter?
Oh,
Oh, Dougie was obviously daughter. No!
I have never been so hot on a sofa.
Is that what it was?
Busted are sitting there, I'm going, we never had a night like that. OK. So, am I right in saying that you can announce that you are going to be doing some new material as well?
Yes. Actually, just before we came on here in the dressing room, we found out that we have got the studio booked in London for 6 weeks solid to record the next album.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's amazing news, isn't it? So lovely. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I'm so pleased you're back together. The tour is on sale now. McFly's 2020 tour. The album Lost Songs, you can find them there downloading a new one every Saturday night.
Yeah.
McFly are back, ladies and gentlemen. McFly!